Alright, here we are in DCS, gonna get fired up here on a little quick mission, nothing too crazy. Just kind of run through everything here, make sure we're starting from the ramp, make the enemy AI skill excellent. I happen to have the channel map, so that's what we're using. Let's do spring and cloudy. Historical and max. Pretty new to DCS, just now getting started. Yeah. Set those on random. We'll start from right here at RAF Manston. So we'll click generate mission. Usually I fly fire, but today we're going to be flying the standard wing Mark 9 from the cockpit view. So we're going to generate and we'll get rolling. Just a quick and dirty video here. So go ahead and click fly and start. Hopefully the mic is working good. I'm just now getting this all figured out. Okay, known threats. Those are our guys. Looks like 2 FW-190 Dora 9s. Go ahead and click fly. Alright, for the most part, set that right there. I'm going to adjust my... Let's see, cancel. Let's see options, audio, bring the volume up a little bit. There we go. Hop to the outside. It's got us in an American scheme. I kind of want to change that. I'm going to say if default, we'll run this one. We'll go, let's go ZDE 415.
Request rearming.
From 222 Squadron.
Copy.
Alright, we'll get this thing fired up. Radiator flaps closed, boost pump is off, put the carburetor filter on, prop is full forward, click the battery on, crack the throttle there, gears indicating down, good brake pressure, gear selected down, extra tank is off, slipper tank's off. Fuel comes on, we will prime our fuel lines here with the wobble pump, or get some fuel pressure rather. Give her about 6 shots.
Rearming complete.
5, 6. Starter and booster coil switches open. Mags on. Clear prop. Press both at the same time. Mixture on. Still holding the booster coil. And the oil pressure is good. Coming up there. 1200. Guys, lock the primer. This is on. Go check flaps. Check our oxygen. Hop outside and do a radiator test. Make sure the radiator flaps are working. And they are. I like to set about 200 yards. complete. Now we just gotta wait on the engine to warm so we can do our run-up. Might turn my engine volume down a little bit. There we go. Well, we'll bring it up so a little bit more. Options, we'll say 38%. There we go. This is the first time I've done a narration, so I'm still working on my aerial gunmanship. I wouldn't say it's that great. I can fly better than I can shoot, but keep trying to use the airplane's advantages, you know, such as turning. This airplane turns really well, out-turn anything else out there in the World War II arena for the most part. Especially what we're going up against today. It loses energy relatively quickly, so if you try an energy fight at 109, you're just going to get smoked. I mean, I probably had a 20-minute fight with a 109 the other day where I put myself in a really bad spot and ended up getting down on right on the English Channel, right down on the bottom. And basically the only way I survived is I just got the airplane really, really slow and just started zigzagging, and I got him to stall and crash into the sea, and that was the only way I survived, because I screwed up way up high and he got the advantage and I never could get it back. So, you know, good lesson there to always give yourself the advantage if you can. We're going to bring the RPM up a little bit to warm this engine a little quicker, bring our coolant up to about 60 degrees is what we're looking for. 50 degrees is usually pretty good for a Merlin. Get that right around to about 60 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and flick our radio on, go into receive mode. Coming through 50 degrees. Oil temp's looking good. Oil pressure's looking real good. So we're pretty much warm enough now. We can go ahead and run it up. So we open up to +0 on the boost, holding the brakes and full back stick. Sure, we're at 0. We're going to run a supercharger test. There it is. A little increase in boost, decrease in RPM. Look for a few more seconds. And release. And there it goes. Running the prop, cycling the governor, decrease in oil pressure, decrease in RPM. That governor is controlled by oil pressure. And magnetos. There's the right. There's the left. And slowly close the throttle down. Little backfire, not bad. Alright, time to go. Oop. Yeah, if you increase the throttle too quickly, it kind of floods the carburetor with fuel and makes it backfire, so gotta be careful with that. A lot of people really struggle with taking off with the Spitfire and landing with the Spitfire. Really, it's not too hard. You just gotta be prepared for the airplane. And I hold a little bit of back stick and a little bit of right aileron, and we'll increase power nice and slowly. And just look straight across the nose. Use your peripheral vision. Do not look side to side. Because if you look out either side, that is the direction you're gonna go. And catch the swing there with a little bit of rudder. Hold that back pressure, nice and easy, through to 100 miles an hour, increase and gear up. Now we're going through to plus 12 on the boost to clear the spark plugs. And we're going to pull back to 2800 on the RPM. And we're going to start climbing. Keep an eye on your oil pressure, oil temp, and coolant temps. Close the canopy. And bring the carburetor filter off. Pitch for about 180 knots. And just to go ahead and preserve my engine for later, we're going to pull back to plus 7 on the boost and 2650. Or I'm going to do 2600. Nice and easy. And I'm just going to do a long kind of 360 here. We'll see them off the coast soon enough. I'd like to fight them as close to home as possible. Looks like the guys are getting off the ground down there. Needing some right rudder trim. Keep trimming. Keep making sure the airplane's feeling good. We got two P-51s right there. We're going to go ahead and start a right turn. Yep, okay, there they are. So we're going to go ahead and start a right turn out for the ocean, and just going to start climbing. We'll go ahead and flip the guns on, gun sight on, gun safety off, quick test. Everything's working. Basically the idea here is to get up above them and basically just get into a tight turn if one of them gets on me, and that's going to be the idea. We're all trimmed up nicely on the rudder. That all looks very, very good. Try to climb above them to get the advantage. So now we're going to increase the combat power, so 2800 and plus 12 on the boost. Basically, I'm going to leave my RPM set at 2800, and I'm going to manipulate the rest of it through boost. Looks like they just dropped tanks. Verge here. They're both kind of on me at this point. Pull up on this guy, make sure we keep an eye on the other guy, always. Okay, he's preoccupied. Oh, and I screwed that up. So we're going to pull it into a turn, a little bit of blackout there. Keep an eye in the rear view mirror for his pal. Got a couple hits there. Good hits. So he's out of the fight. Now we need to turn our attention to the other guy. And we stalled out. And he's destroyed. See a splash? Splash 2 109s today. Or 190s. Little victory roll. What? Oh yeah, he's still up. He hasn't splashed. Alright, don't give it up yet, Porter. I celebrated a little early. Oh, okay, we're good. And he's out as well. Excuse me. Alright, we're headed back to Manston now. Gun safety on, gun sight off. Not really going to worry about a military overhead pattern or anything like that. Alright, we're going to flip on the carb air filter. And we're just going to bring back the power to about -4. Start getting slowed down here. We want to shock cool the engine. Make sure we're trimmed so we can stay coordinated. That's another big thing people miss. Keep yourself coordinated, especially with these warbirds on landing. You know, if you get any side, any sort of bite in the left or right tire, and that tire starts to dig in, you're just going to go around, and it's really hard to get an airplane back after that. Flatten out the prop a little bit, push up to 25, bring the boost almost to idle. I really need to lose some speed here. Go ahead and flip the canopy open now. Also lets us set up a little higher. Go ahead and drop the gear, 160 miles an hour. There it goes, it's down, gear is down and locked. Make sure you trim. Increase your power a little bit. And also just to clear your engine. Doing a long left downwind here. Basically gonna go right through the middle of that field. Undercarriage is down, prop will come full forward on final, and then flaps will come down momentarily, and that is the before landing checklist complete for Spitfire. Gumps in the modern times it's gumps. Back then it was just up flaps, undercarriage prop and flaps. Alright, we'll go ahead and put our flaps down here. Again, make sure you stay coordinated. Pitch for about 100 miles an hour or so on final. Keep your speed up, keep your nose down. Don't increase your bank too much. Now prop goes to full forward. So we're looking for about 100 knots. We got a little bit of a left crosswind, so I'm going to add some right rudder and a little bit of right aileron. Gotta land straight. And over the threshold and flare the airplane. little bit of forward pressure. Use your rudder to stay straight, just a little bit at a time. Just give it what it needs. Little right, little bit of left, little right, a little more right, a little more right, a little bit of right, a little bit of left, right, left, a little bit of brake here. And there we go. And that's how you land a Spitfire successfully. And so now we're going to turn off boost pump. We're going to exit the runway. The key is being nice and gentle, and not giving big. That was a wheel landing. The key is being nice and gentle. Don't over control the airplane. Don't be violent. Just look at where that nose is going and give it a little bit of left or right. Whatever it needs, it'll tell you, and you respond. Don't look side to side. Don't try to look out the side windows, because if you look in that direction, that's the direction that you're going to go. You've got to be looking out over the nose completely. A lot of people really struggle with this airplane in DCS, and it's not an easy airplane to land. But those are some little tips and tricks to maybe help some of you that are struggling landing and taking off with this airplane. Not perfectly straight, but that's my trademark, so as my flight instructor would say. Alright, so we're going to run it up to +0 boost. +0 boost, it sounds dumb. Run a quick supercharger check. I'll hold it for a little bit before it kicks in. There it goes. Release. And power smoothly to idle. Off and off. Let it wind down. Open the throttle slowly all the way to full. And once prop stops spinning, mags off, and flip the battery off and back. Toggle open your side door, hop out, and go log your kills. So that is how you do a little little quick mission in the Spitfire Mark 9. Couple of takeoff and landing tips for any of those of you that are having trouble with this airplane. Another thing, if you guys are using rudder pedals, which I highly recommend for doing something like this, you know, with all your assists off and everything, for me personally, I found the trick was to actually remove the tension springs from my rudder pedals. That makes a huge difference, allows you to have so much more control. It's not always trying to re-center your feet all the time. So when you have those springs on your rudder pedals, it's really easy to actually over control, and that's what a lot of people end up doing. Removing those springs helps it to be a little more realistic, and it's not always trying to re-center your feet all the time. So that's kind of one of the things that really made a difference for me flying these warbirds. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with another upload.